Who is it? Who is it? Who is it? Who is it?
Elevation. Elevation.
Elevation who?
Elevation. 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 Elevation.
Always remember to always elevate to your next level. Never allow anybody to make you feel less than, unworthy, or anything else. Always remember to elevate because you're an elevation of the room. Hello. Thank you for tuning into the I Am She Virtual Book Tour. And yes, we are back with the famous, marvelous, amazing Veronica Simmons. How are you doing today? And the crowds
Listen.
roar.
Just got back from the gym not too long ago, so I was like, let me get myself cleaned up. So got my little ponytail in tow, and I'm looking kind of golden because I need the window light to come in to keep wide eye and literally bushy tail.
Absolutely. So, she is a guest that is back, but you can tell the new viewers who you are and where you're from.
Oh my goodness. Well, my name is Veronica Simon, and I'm just a simple, average, everyday, you can kick it with type of female from South Carolina, but I live in California. So, and I am a 6-time international best-selling author of several, 6 books. Also, I have 4 kids, a hubby, and a dog, and I do IT work. There you go. That's me in a nutshell. But for the most part, I'm just a lover of people. That's it.
It ain't nothing wrong with that. So on this tour today, what book are we getting blessed with today?
All right. We are doing Soul Runner. So last time, and see, with all this glare I got going on in here.
That's right there. Right there. Can see it good. Right
all
there.
Right.
Right there.
Soul Runner. Reignite your purpose. The last time that we spoke, which was I think 2 Sundays ago.
Right.
We talked about soul engagement. And then that one, it was about the individual engaging who they are, right? And so for this one, Soul Runner, it's about after you have already engaged who you are, it's about picking up and running your own race, realizing that you don't have to do your life like somebody else has done their life. You're not a carbon copy of anyone. You have your individual purpose and destiny that you are to fulfill. And with that, you need to be able to recognize and know your course and be able to do it your way, which for me would be God's way, even though many of us, including me, we sidestep it, right? We sidetrack it because there is such a thing as fear. There's the fear of failure, but then there's also the fear of success. And I was talking to one of my girlfriends yesterday about that. I'm one of those people who have the fear of success because I like living my life kind of like on an average scale of where I don't have to be bombarded by anything or be judged by people. I don't want to put myself out there too much because, I'm one of those people, again, who's an empath. And so I tend to absorb certain energies. So in order to protect my peace, I try to keep it low key to a degree. Or if I'm coming on social media, I kind of pop on and it's like pop on, pop off.
Right.
And then
limited. That's it.
Yes. Yes,
because definitely on social media, got too much going on.
There you go. And if I'm doing retreats and stuff, I like to keep them pretty much, close knit to a degree, right? And people are like, okay, what does close knit mean to you? To me, I can handle, up to 50. I prefer it be smaller because I believe people that are coming into the room would talk more, open up more. They really release themselves to be themselves. Don't give me the facade because there have been moments when a person has come into the room or we've been in a retreat location and I've asked everybody to unmask, right? And look at that. You got your book about masking behind you. There you go.
All right there. Yes.
And that's pretty much what it has been all about, right? A lot of times we have put on a mask for so often. That we don't even recognize ourselves. And then especially when it's time to get naked. Right. We're too afraid to show people our nakedness and be confident in it. We normally mask up. And when I talk about masking up, I'm talking about from the perspective of, we may glam up, You know, we put the
Mm-hmm.
makeup, and right now, I wish I did have something on, but but you know, we do all that because we don't like what we see,
Right.
right? But what I'm trying to get people to do is look beyond the actual reflection that's in the mirror,
Right.
right? Take the time to look into your own eyes as you're looking into the mirror, because that's indeed the window of your soul. If you can take that time and look so deeply within, you'll come to recognize the purposes that you've allowed to lay dormant. You'll come to realize that you are as powerful as you try not to be. Right? A lot of us will try to dumb down, you know, hide
Mm-hmm.
our greatness because we're
Right.
coming up with other people and we're going, oh, well, they look like they're going to shine better or bigger
Right.
than I will. So there's no need for me to, you know, step up or to step in.
Mm-hmm.
But that's just you relinquishing your birthright to the degree
Right.
of not fulfilling what you're called to do, regardless of who's in the room. You don't belittle yourself because of somebody else is in the room. You don't belittle yourself because you come across a celebrity. There are people too.
Right.
Celebrities only become celebrities because of people that make
Mm-hmm.
them that way, right? You have a
Right.
lot of people following you, boom, now you're a celebrity. They've got
Right.
products and stuff that are coming out. They know how to market, right? And
Mm-hmm.
they get stuff out. People make them celebrities. So you
Right.
are part of the reason why somebody is now a celebrity. Think
Right.
about it that way. You can then be the reason why you become your own
Yeah, must
celebrity, right?
absolutely. Amen to that. Be
And
that
that's what
walking
it's about.
billboard.
You running your own race and knowing what you are here to do,
Right.
right? And I put in this book a small little grid, or actually illustration, to kind of help people pull it together, right? And I call it the I commit to live my life plan. So it's the
Mm.
IC2LML plan. And the first step is to create your vision,
Right.
right? And the second step is to identify milestones and goals. And then the third step was to commit to it and take action. For me, and I'm going to do something that's crazy here, right? I have a vision board.
Okay, here we go now.
You probably can't see it that well, but
I can. I can see
okay.
it.
All right. I've had this vision board that I did with ladies when my husband and I had a church. My husband was a senior pastor, and
Mm-hmm.
of course, I was his lovely wife. I was the sidekick to the main kid. And the ladies and I in the ministry, what we did, we created our vision boards. Now,
Right.
I've had this for years because I love seeing the big picture, and I can say this: everything that's on this vision board hasn't come to pass yet,
Right.
but there are many things that have. And let me see. Can you see it plain enough? What do you think? So, you know, I
I
ain't
see
even doing this.
gospel. I see woman.
You see that? And what do you see? Do you see the where's the one about the book? Best-selling author is on here, and that's before I was even considering. Can you see it?
There you go.
There you go. The best-selling author. Now I was just putting that out into the background, you
Right.
know, just thinking things I would probably want and being like, okay, I'm so shy. I'm not going to do that. I
Mm-hmm.
like being in the background. And it was like, no, right? A tribute
Right.
to excellence. I've got a
Right.
tribute to excellence award. Didn't even have one.
Watch. But it came.
Yes. And it
You
came.
spoke it into existence.
I decided to take more. I took charge, right? I took
Right.
charge more of things than I
Mm-hmm.
ever done before. Then I
Get a
started
grip.
saying, okay, let me get out of my box. And everything I'm talking about is about real issues, right?
Right.
It's informing, inspiring, connecting, and equipping.
Right.
Real issues, real people, real answers.
Which is all the things that we need to stop self-sabotaging or stagnating ourselves.
Exactly. Exactly. So the concepts of the books that I write or anything that I have engaged on with other people as a co-author have all been inspired by the things that I put on my vision board,
Right.
right? So that we can move forward. And I want to make sure that I'm coming across as a legit, authentic, real person,
Right.
right? So that anybody that's watching, I don't care where you are, can say, OMG, right? I can do
Right.
that too. Yes, you
Right.
can. Yes, you can. It's really about you deciding and making
Mm-hmm.
making the choice and taking
Yep.
action,
Right.
moving
And
forward.
see, and the thing about it is a lot of people are too afraid to take the charge or to take the action. They basically, like you said, they put the mask on and think, well, okay, I can be comfortable like this, and I'm just gonna just sit right here and this right here. But sometimes life make you make a choice too, because you have a purpose and it pushes you to where you should be going, because now you're forced into it because you can't run no more.
There you go.
So
Exactly.
as long as you think you're gonna run from it, it's gonna keep showing up. So you may as well just obey.
And we hard headed.
Yes. Yes.
I've been hard headed for a long time. Like I've got a doctor's degree in that.
We gonna give her a whole beyond the doctor's degree. We just gonna give you the universe degree of hard head.
Ask me, hard nuts. I got it.
Right. School of the hard knocks.
There you go, School of Hard Knocks. But it's
Right.
really, really simple. We have the
Right.
tendency of making things
A lot
really
harder.
hard, and we don't have to be. And
Right.
but one thing I have learned over the years, and I will be turning 50 in February. So one of the
Wouldn't
things.
have thought that, but congratulations.
Thank
Girl,
you.
keep drinking that wine you drinking now.
I need to get some. Well, God turns water to wine, right? So
Right. That's why I ain't say water. I said wine.
there you go. But it's really, I think the hardest thing is simplifying.
Right.
We have become so accustomed to doing the hard things or experiencing hard stuff that when
Right.
someone brings something that's so simplistic before us, it makes us, go haywire. Like, okay, this is unbelievable. I can't, no, something must be wrong. So then
Right.
we take something simple and make it extra hard
Mm-hmm.
because that's the only way we can fathom that it's something worth progressing toward, right?
Right.
When honestly, if we are paying attention to the relationship, and I understand again that everybody doesn't have a relationship with Christ, but even if you don't, right, it's about internally getting that internal relationship. But for me, which is connected to Him, right, which simply is going to give you the outline and the notation of, okay, wow, this is quite simple,
Right.
right? You don't need someone to take it, chew it up, and then spit it out for you to be able to take it in, right? To consume it like a baby with baby food,
True.
right? You don't need that. At a
Right.
certain point, it's about growing up and then going, okay, I'm responsible for me. I'm responsible for fulfilling whatever it is that I'm called to do, and then owning it.
Right.
Now, it's not to say you're not going to do it with fear. Not, I believe in the scripture, right? We weren't created with fear, but we experience it. We're human, right? So let's be realistic. We're going to experience fear. It's all about how you encounter and press through it,
Right.
right? God believes in us enough, has the confidence enough in us for us to progress through anything that we may encounter, period. Victory has already been given to us. That's a part of our birthright.
Right.
Now, with that in mind, if we keep the end in mind, it'll help us progress through the things that we struggle with, me included.
Right.
I've had to learn it the hard way. It has been
Yeah.
so easy
Look,
for
me
me.
too.
Yeah, glad I got a witness. Yeah,
Yes.
you know. But then when you get through it and you try to tell other people, and some of us don't, we're not willing to tell everybody our
Right.
testimony, right?
Right.
I'm not. Some of us are not willing to take you through the ditches and trenches that we've had to come through. Some of us are just
Right.
kind of going to keep it kind of nice and even keel because we
Mm-hmm.
don't want you to judge us on the things we've had to go through. We don't want to put out the seriousness of some of that stuff unless it becomes a part of our marketing ploy.
Right.
Otherwise, it's more of, okay, let me clean this up and make it look pretty,
Make
like
it right.
putting lipstick on a pig,
Right. Right.
right?
And you have to be ready. I mean, with me, I had to put it out there because it was a part of me using my voice and my testimony to walk through what I'm doing because there's somebody attached to that. So it was necessary.
Exactly. Exactly. It's necessary. We are here as living testimonies. That's what we're
Right.
supposed to be doing, right?
Right.
Which means we're going to go through things. Everybody goes
Right.
through something. I don't care how they look or where they
Right.
are at this point.
Everybody been through something.
Exactly. Exactly. But we look at the people that we put on pedestals. People
Mm-hmm.
put other people on pedestals. It's not
Right.
many people who are putting themselves on a pedestal.
Right. It's
And
other
if somebody
people.
were to say, oh, so and so is on a pedestal, well, you help them to get there.
Right.
The way we look and the way we call out the people and etc., we
Mm-hmm.
help to create that environment. Now, talk to a couple of celebrities, and you'll probably find out that they didn't ask for that. They weren't looking
Right.
for that because they, like regular people, because they're still regular people too, they
Right.
want to live a life in peace,
Yeah.
especially when people have kids, right?
Right.
They're okay
Right.
with okay, this is my business, this is what I do, but business is
Mm-hmm.
separate from my personal life, etc. I don't want
Right.
you all up in my business, right? This is for
Absolutely.
entertainment or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
This is
That's
my
my
regular.
job, and this is real life.
Exactly,
Right.
exactly. But unfortunately, those who are always looking up at the throne of those type of people have a
Right.
tendency of wanting to reach for them, help me, help me, help me, or guide me, guide me,
Mm-hmm.
guide me, or whatever. And they're probably thinking, OMG, this has been my job, right?
Right.
But they're having to seek a therapist after the fact themselves to deal with how other people are judging them and their families
Right.
that are now out there in public. So fear of
Right.
success is a real thing because you have a lot of people who could possibly already be successful, but
Mm-hmm.
they downplay it or they won't come out at all because they don't want to live out in the public like that. They
Right.
don't want people to put those kind of standards, people standards on them.
Yeah, because people put expectations on you, and it's like, I'm not here to live your expectation. I'm only here just to live.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let me be me and do my
Right.
life the way that God has called me to do it.
Right.
Understanding that I'm going to falter in the process,
Right.
but nobody is ever perfect. I don't care who you are.
Right.
No one
No.
walks
Right.
this
No.
earth that is perfect, period. Right. And so to understand that and not have to put myself up against somebody else in comparison, that's the goal, or that was the
Right.
goal of saying Soul Runner. Right. And
Mm-hmm.
I also did it for my children. They were the main reason because for me growing up, college was your next step after you
Mm.
finish school, right? After you
Gotcha.
finish high school, college was next. I was raised on a farm, and
Mm-hmm.
my deal was okay, I wasn't going to be no farmer. I'm going to leave working in tobacco
Right.
fields, picking cucumbers, you
Right.
know, getting all that stuff. You smell a certain way, but you
Mm-hmm.
feel dirty all the time. But you had great food. I mean, there were more benefits than negativity,
Right.
definitely. But it was more of a OMG, this is how I live. And I'm looking at people who are on TV and I'm going, wow, I want to experience that. I want to live on that side of the world,
Right.
which has been awesome. I would never take anything away from where I came from. So that's why I'm always sharing when people ask. I want them to understand the truth of that. But then also for my children, I did not put on them what I
What was
had
put on
already.
you?
Yeah, I put it
Right.
on myself, right? Because I knew I wanted to go to college because that was the only way to move forward out of uh,
Right.
being on a farm out in a small area. So with that in mind, when my kids, especially my oldest, she went to
Mm-hmm.
college initially. She got her community college degree. And then she says, Mom, this is not for me.
Right.
Right. And then when I was like, okay, well, what do you want to do? She found something that was good for her. Now she does like the eye exams and stuff, working at a,
Nice.
doctor's office. And she's
Right.
doing well for herself. She's able to stand on her own and she didn't need me to do that. Right. So she found
Right.
her way.
Her
She didn't have to do it
niche.
my way to get
Right.
to where she wanted to be. And I looked at that and I was a little perplexed because it was like, back in my time, parents were
Mm-hmm.
like, you know what, you go to school, you need to get good grades, you
Mm-hmm.
test well, and then
Right.
you make sure you're either going to go to the military or you're going to college or
It
you're going to
was
stay here on
it
this
was like a
farm.
plan. This,
Exactly.
and this. This is what's happening.
I knew farming wasn't going to be it for me. And I was like,
Right.
shoot, I'd never make it in the military. They'd kill me. So
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 next
I'm going
option is
to college.
college. Right. Right. But
But now I got three more kids behind her that's
right.
coming, and I'm like, okay, decide what your plan is going to be.
Mm-hmm.
And with them, when we had ministry, I had them do their boards, their vision boards, even
Mm-hmm.
after ministry. When we moved to California, they have been creating their own pathway because I'm like, okay, if this is your vision, now you need to
Mm-hmm.
have a journal because I
Right.
journal as well. My journal is connected to my vision board. I put my plan together
Mm-hmm.
and go, this is how I believe I can accomplish this. And if it changes, then I shift it accordingly. Now, I
Right.
believe in using colored ink pens and pencils and stuff because colors are very vibrant to me and they're very lively. So for me, that helps me to chart my course and that helps me to stay on task as well. And it helps me to get out of my head sometimes when I start looking at other people and
We
going,
start.
dang, they already did this and I've been working on this for a minute and I'm still stuck. And
Yeah,
we have a
and
tendency of being stuck because of ourselves. Why?
right.
Because we overthink it, we get in our
Right.
heads,
Right.
and then we
Mm.
start finding other things to distract us so that we
Yep.
won't move forward,
Right.
right? Because we don't want to be accountable. Many of us
Right.
do not want to be accountable for
Right. Be like, I don't want that much pressure.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. But I mean, it's very simple book, very light read. Is all of maybe less than 100 pages, and I did it small because you know, if people are like me, and so it would be like my audience for the most part, I want something quick.
Right.
I want to write and talk to me like you're having a real conversation,
Right.
right? Don't give me no big stuff. I gotta go search the word up
And
or
be like,
whatever.
what's that word? Hold on. And then it's like you won't. It's like you in the book, but then there's some things missing because you got to go back and figure out what it's saying. So yeah, I get it.
Yeah, because you know what?
Simple.
Meet me where I am. I'm right
Right.
here. I'm looking for an answer for something. And
Mm-hmm.
boom, okay, that right there may you kept it simple. Baby steps for
Right.
me. Give it where I can make an outline for myself. And because
Yep.
I'm like that for me, I write that way.
Right.
And I don't do a lot of publicizing or anything because I mean everybody's not gonna be my cup of tea, nor am I gonna be their
Right.
cup of tea either.
Right.
I get that. Now I've been spanked, and I said that before in the last time, right?
Yes, you
Where
did.
people have said you should advertise more. And thank you for even having me on because I've sold 30 bucks out of my, since you and I have had
Yay.
conversations on soul engagement. And people are like, OMG, why didn't you say something? Yeah, well, when it came out initially, yeah.
Right. Right.
And now it's like, and I'm loving the feedback, right?
Right.
I think for me, the fear was more of, OMG, I'm putting so much of me in the book
Right. Right.
that I'm thinking people are reading it as it's me versus reading it as it's themselves. But then to hear people go, wow, this is me.
Yeah.
So even though you were the author, now I'm reading as if I'm
I'm a
talking to
from
myself.
myself. Right. And that's why I create the podcast and also create the tours. The tours is to get people to, the ones that might not be visible. It gives them opportunity to be more
Yeah,
boisterous and more visible. And then the people that are, it gives them more opportunity to talk to some more people, to
yeah,
connect.
yeah,
It's all about a network connection because I know a lot of times somebody is listening that needs to hear what you got to say.
yeah.
And as you can see, 30 people needed to hear what you had to say 2 Sundays ago. So I've done my job. I'm excited right now.
Well, yeah, you have done your job. I'm excited too. Because honestly, even I go back. I never used to look at anything that I would be a part of, right?
Right.
But I go back and I go, wow, okay, this is a point taken.
Mm-hmm.
So it's me talking to me. So
Right.
I'm not sharing anything that I'm not sharing with myself,
Right.
right? So it helps me to learn because more times than not, whenever you're being interviewed or you're writing something down, for the most part, you lose yourself in it, only to
Right.
find yourself afterwards if you look
Right.
at it. Right?
Absolutely.
So it's a revelation of yourself to a
Yep.
degree. And so
It
that's what
is.
I've experienced. So my prayer or hope or what I want for others to get out of it is for it to be the same for them, right? To say, oh, I remember mom and dad told me to do this, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
And I did. And
Mm-hmm.
now, I've got some issues because of it. Well, read the book,
Right.
And reset yourself, or better
Right.
yet, and if you don't want to get the book, don't get it. Just think for yourself at this
Right.
point, right? Free tip. You've got the power to do whatever it is that you so desire to do. And if you think that you are on a path because somebody else wanted you to be on that path, and you feel like it's not no longer for you, or it was never for you, but you want to satisfy it for somebody else, stop, reset,
Mm-hmm.
identify now what you want, determine what that path is going to look like for you, and then start pursuing it. You must
Right.
take action. Writing
Yep.
it down just to be writing it down, or putting it on a vision
Right.
board just to put it there and not take action is not going to do anything for you. So you have to be totally intentional if you want to make a change in your own
Right.
life.
Right. You gotta how to say you see. Main word. Strong. It's right there for you.
Look at you. You got it all in the background. So
I
you're already
do.
there, man.
I do.
What?
I came prepared.
And you're helping, engaging, and bringing the rest of us along. So
Right.
this is what I like,
Mm,
because you make it so easy.
I
So,
do.
yeah, you do. You
I
do make
do.
it very easy.
I do. So, can you just bless them and tell them how to connect with you again, how to follow you? And you gave them the message. I don't even need you to give them a message for the week. You gave them the message already.
Well,
Just reset.
there you go. Just reset. That's all you got to
Just
do.
reset.
You
Hashtag
got,
reset.
you know
Hashtag
what?
reset.
We need to
Boom.
message that. That's a hashtag for real, right?
Yep.
And I'm writing that down right now. So you'll see it on my posting. I'm going to post something. I'm
Yes.
going to reset. I'll
Yep.
get my
Yes.
hair done in a couple of hours, so I might come back on and be jazzy and be like, okay, now I've reset.
Uh oh. And I was just having this conversation with my husband, and we were so like, somebody going into the barbershop and they come out and they look different and they have a different attitude. So reset.
Yeah, yeah, I'm gonna have a different attitude once I get this
Hmm.
done for real. Oh,
It gives you a different swag. Just,
it different. It's gonna throw
it
me into a
does.
totally different thing. I'm like, look,
Hashtag swag. Hashtag swag reset.
oh,
Bang.
look at there.
See, I'm just giving you all the hashtags.
And I'm writing it down. But to reach me is quite simple. I mean, Facebook is the easiest way to get in touch with me, honestly. Um, Again, because I'm intrigued. I may not answer everything, but for the most
Hmm.
part, I am very intrigued. Um, I try not to be on it too often, too long, looking at other people's stuff, because it can be distracting.
Okay,
It
man.
will take me off course from what I'm
Right.
doing. Right. So,
Right.
and the same for anybody else. It's just that you got
Hmm.
to be wise enough to know how much time to put into it
Right.
and when to release it. So, but the best way to reach me would be on Facebook, and I'm under Veronica Simon. Um, but yeah, so feel free, if you want to reach out, ping me, DM me. If you get crazy on me, I'm going to delete you or block you. I'm
So
just
y'all
saying.
got, so y'all guys know she has four. You said four books.
4 children.
She has no. Okay, so how many
Oh,
books you have?
I got 6.
Okay, so she has 6 books and she's a 6-time bestseller.
Yes.
So that tells you something. That means every book hit the bestseller.
Yes.
So she don't
And
want to
they're
do it, but we gonna
international
pat her.
too.
No, we gonna pat her on the back since she didn't
And
want to
and
toot.
they're international. So we don't
See, we gonna double pat. See, she didn't want to toot her on home, but I got it.
beep beep.
Guys, I thank you for tuning in again for the IMG virtual book tour. It's been an honor to have Veronica on here, not once, but twice. We got blessed twice with her. Mind you, she don't come out to play too often. So we brought her out this month. I helped her take some masters off. So
There
I'm
you go.
very, I'm doing my work as always and walking in my purpose. As always, I thank you for tuning in. I will be back on here with the Power in Your Voice today at 5:30 with a special guest. She's an artist. Her name is Lady Girl. We will be
Mhm.
talking about her upcoming events, her last song that she just put out, and just information on her being a lady in the industry. And so tune in. It will be at 5:30 live here on all the platforms as y'all always see me. Thank you. And also I'll be back again at 7 for the I Am She virtual book tour with April Hunter. So please tune in today. I'm here all day,
Yes,
bringing
you
it
are.
live. I thank you. I have been your host, Sheena Goodine, and I thank y'all as always for tuning in. And y'all have a great night.
Introducing to some and reintroducing to others. Speaker, entrepreneur, motivational coach, and author, Sheena Goodine. If you wish to contact her, you can contact her via email at sgoodine16@gmail.com, or you can visit her website, www.theladybehindthemask.com.